Hey Frugivore, welcome back to the Frugivore Diet channel. So today's video is for Madelaine Petsch. We are going to react to Madelaine Petsch's latest What I Eat in a Day. And you know, I did do a video previously. There was some controversy in that video, but I did a video previously if you want to go and check that one out. And she was eating too much fat, too much protein, not enough carbs. She was having coffee. So we're going to see if anything has changed today in her What I Eat in a Day. And she is vegan, I believe, or plant-based, which is wonderful. I always support that. You know, that is the way to go. It's 2021. If you're not like vegan yet, what are you doing? Seriously, what are you doing? Anyway, all right, let's check it out. If you want to see more of these videos, definitely give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Just do something if you want to see more of them. All right, let's get into it. Okay, Frugivore, here we are on Madelaine Petsch's channel, 6.76 million subscribers. That's incredible, right? Let me add to that total because she is plant-based and I definitely want to support her. I thought I was actually subscribed already. But anyway, I believe she's still plant-based. I'm not sure exactly, but let's check it out. What I Ate Today, Madelaine Petsch. This has had 47,000 likes in only a few days. So she's reaching a lot of young women.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This is a What I Eat in a Day video.
Oh my goodness, I'm so tired.
Okay.
I worked very late last night and had to get up this morning for therapy.
Okay.
This was a mistake. My friend Daniel has this water bottle, a half gallon, and he sent me a link and I thought I was getting a half gallon, but instead I got a gallon. So.
That is the biggest water bottle I think I've ever seen to like carry, just with you. What the?
I mean, I do actually drink all of it every day, so I guess maybe that's a good thing.
I mean, that is great. That is great to really hydrate yourself because you are a high water content being. Okay, you just are. You're 70% plus water, like fruit, right? Gives you a little bit of a hint there what we should be eating. And this environment that most people are living in is so incredibly dehydrating. A lot of us are living, and not myself, but a lot of us are living in units, okay, with heating, air conditioning, very drying. Even clothing is drying. It's sucking moisture from your body. Just being in the atmosphere in the city with all the exhaust and the whole environment is very dehydrating. So get that water in. I approve.
Changed my life. I don't.
Oh, by the way, if you haven't seen my previous video on Madelaine, go and check that one out. I did actually, get her macros worked out and she was having too much fat and too much protein. She was also having coffee. Okay. So, I gave her advice to obviously get off the coffee and she was also having a spoon of coconut oil for breakfast. It was a little bit of a disaster under that plant-based umbrella. And remember, I am critiquing her from a plant-based perspective here. I am so happy that she isn't eating animals in bits and pieces. You know that. But I'm always going to give you good, better, best. And under the plant-based umbrella, you can still eat a crappy diet. Yes. Even based on plants, unfortunately, there's a lot of processed stuff and there's glyphosates to consider and there's a whole lot more. So I'm always going to give you the best because I want you to be the best. All right.
Drink coffee anymore.
Oh, hang on.
I mean, I do actually drink all of it every day.
What did you say?
I guess maybe that's a good thing. Lots of things have changed in my life. I don't drink coffee anymore.
Woo! Yes! Madelaine. Okay, I don't know if she's been watching my videos or not. Let's just assume she has, right? That's fantastic. So she's off the drugs.
I don't drink coffee anymore.
That's powerful.
I never thought I'd say that, but
See how huge of a deal it is for individuals to get off the drugs because it is drugs. Coffee is a substance. This is not something that is fueling you. It is not a food. Let's always be honest with ourselves.
it's been a journey.
Wow, good.
I used to drink upwards of
2 to 3 coffees a day when I was in LA. I mean, the place that I go is just so good that I just wanted to drink it all the time. Which is honestly not good for you.
but it also stopped affecting me. Like, I'd get it at work to try and stay awake, and I would not feel anything. It would just taste good.
Okay, so she was building a tolerance to it, and that's what happens, right? The body builds a tolerance, and you need more and more. And you see that with individuals like Swayze, unfortunately, Unnatural Vegan, who I'm going to make like a little bit of a response to one section of one of her many video responses. You need caffeine mints and stuff. Caffeine mints start to come in. Chocolate. You have to remember that chocolate also has caffeine in it. And a lot of foods these days, even ice creams, they're putting caffeine in everything. And cacao. Cacao has theobromine and caffeine as well. So always remember, like these are psychoactive stimulants. And if you build a tolerance, you're going to need more eventually. And don't forget, they are iron inhibitors. The tannins in these substances like tea as well, coffee, tea, and cacao is iron inhibitor. Madelaine, great. I think this is fantastic.
We're gonna make a matcha to start the day. Cute cup that I think is actually a wine cup. I also looked the other day.
I think she said I'm gonna make matcha.
Yeah, how much you're actually supposed to put in when you make one. It's like 1 teaspoon and I put in half a tablespoon. So that also could be why it does so much for me, but.
Lava.
Hot water. I like mine iced.
Okay.
Froth, yeah.
Oh.
Matcha's been frothed with.
Okay, so she's on the matcha. She swapped one drug for another. Well, it's the same drug because it's caffeine. Matcha contains like a big whack of caffeine as well. I think 1 teaspoon is like 70 milligrams or something. It's almost, it's comparable with just a cup of coffee. Not much has changed. Okay, you're still getting the caffeine. It's still going into your system. Look, Madelaine, we need to get you on the strawberry Datorade. The strawberry Datorade is going viral right now. Miles has helped that happen by showing it in his video. Madelaine, we need to get you on fruit-based. It is time that you go fruit yourself. Seriously, these stimulants, these drugs are not going to work for you long term. It's not working for you. This lack of carbohydrates, protein, fat, it's just going to drain you. Okay, that's why you're going to, the stimulants, because you're not getting enough carbs, you're not getting enough fruit. Definitely not getting enough fruit, and fruit-based is where it's at. Raw to 4 lifestyle. I've lost over 40 pounds on the Frugivore diet, essentially, which is outlined in the Go Fruit Yourself book. These are the physical books that you can get on Amazon, okay? But the ebooks you can get instantly from my website, thebananagirl.com. In the link below, you can get the whole bundle, my life's work, basically for the price of some makeup or dinner and a movie, all right? So check it out. Get on the lifestyle, get off the stimulants, get off the drugs, get on abundant living. I've been on fruit-based for 14 years. These are the results, long-term results. I'm going into the future showing you this is the long-term results that I'm getting on a fruit-based lifestyle after 14 years, and I'm 41 soon. So the results are great. I'm very happy. I'm thriving. I'm healthy, and you can too. So definitely check it out. Get on the strawberry Datorade for your coffee in the morning. It's amazing.
Hot water. I do it for like 30 seconds. I'm using pea milk, Ripple. I really like it. Matcha's all done.
Oh, no. Okay, so matcha, obviously, yeah, that's not a great start. It just means that she's not getting enough carbohydrates, not getting enough glucose, fructose to her brain, to her body. She's probably not getting enough calories in general, too much carbs. Sorry, too much fat, too much protein, not enough carbs. All right, where's the food? All right. Okay, she's into that big ass bottle of water. You go, girl.
All right, I'm back from the gym. Let's let the hair down.
Okay, so she's went to the gym, so she burned extra calories, right? So you got to keep that in mind. Her calorie needs increase.
We're gonna make my famous breakfast sandwich.
Okay.
It's not famous, but it's so good. This is what I eat in a day. It makes me feel good and energized.
Okay, maybe she's talking to me now, to those telling her she's eating the wrong food. She says, okay, this is how she likes to eat.
Excited to eat, so it works for my body, but it might not work for your body.
Okay, this whole, it works for my body, but might not work for your body. Look, we are human frugivores, okay? We have a species-specific diet that is based on fruit. Every single human on this entire planet should be eating a fruit-based diet. There is not one single one that shouldn't. People think that we're different and some of us should be carnivores and stuff. It's no, it just doesn't work that way. Every other animal in nature has a species-specific diet that they thrive on. And we are not different from that. We haven't evolved past that or anything, okay?
Let's make some breakfast. Half of an avocado.
Okay.
This is controversial, but Marmite. Mini bagel thing. Alfalfa sprouts.
Okay.
Earth balance. Soy-free butter.
Wow.
And this is processed, so Dad, close your eyes, because my dad hates processed food. But
Veggie bacon strips.
Veggie bacon strips. Wow. There was also a few things that were processed there, like the bagel, like the earth balance. So quite a bit of process.
Bagels go in first. I don't know how avocado can just be tossed in salads and people enjoy it. Marmite is a hot commodity in Canada.
Wow.
That's very hard to
You can
find.
see how really hard and crispy and dry they are, these bagels. And some of you might be like, hey, leave her alone. You know, she's vegan, she's plant-based. It's like I said, you know, I have to give you the best option here. And obviously having this dry stuff is not optimal, very processed. How old are the grains? How long have they been sitting in the silo before they were milled? And then they're sitting on the shelf before they got to your fresh body, your fresh high water body. How long? We don't know, right? And the glyphosates, it's always important to buy organic because the glyphosates, it can store in your body, cause you issues. You don't want that. So very processed and crispy at this point.
I'm gonna just squeeze her out.
Where's the fructose?
And now for the spices. We start with some cayenne pepper, which I was actually told is cayenne pepper. That's a lot.
It's really not a good breakfast. Okay. You know, I love avocado. We grow them here. I'm supportive of avocado, but at the end of the day, okay, because it does influence your energy levels at the start of the day. She needs fructose. She needs glucose right now. And there's not a good hit of it here. There's no excuse to not eat fruit in 2021. Have a fruit smoothie, have a strawberry Gatorade. It is not that difficult, right?
I'm gonna be on fire today. Garlic powder. I ain't kissing anyone. Black pepper. And
Nutritional yeast.
Look, this nutritional yeast, I am just not a fan of. Like, I've had like extreme bloating after having this nutritional yeast in the past. It is just like, I recommend highly against that stuff.
a handful of sprouts, just
Okay, she's got some.
right on top.
Ah.
And then some veggie bacon.
Wow, that was quite a lot too. I'm sure it's high protein because that's how they make it. So it's similar to the ass of a pig.
My breakfast plate.
Okay, so she got some fruit there. Good, but very small in comparison to what she actually needs because there's hardly any calories in citrus. So, okay, it's not the most fantastic start to the day. Plant-based, great, but she needs more fructose, more glucose, and obviously very processed. So when you eat these processed foods, like these highly processed foods, like this, soy-based bacon thing, your body, it takes energy, vitality from your body, from your day in order to digest it. So the energy that you would have had to just feel vibrant and be sharp mentally goes to your gut, goes to digestion. And then you have that taken away from your experience. Who wants that? You want things that are going to add to your experience and make it easy for you to move around and to feel comfortable in your gut and also in your mind.
Before I eat, I have to press my tofu for lunch today. All the goods are coming out of it right now. First bite. It's good every time. This doesn't get old. Hasn't gotten old yet. Oh, there's that.
Yeah, but it's just not at all what a human frugivore would thrive on. Her energy levels would not be great after this.
Tofu's been pressed.
Okay.
I'm going to cut it lengthwise. Pan, sesame oil, paprika.
So she had a bit of sesame, like some lamp oil. Remember, it is lamp oil. It's meant to fuel lamps, not humans. Okay. And this is what it was originally used for. Oil, refined, 100% refined fat. We don't need it. The human frugivore doesn't need it. Okay.
Cayenne, garlic powder, and nutritional yeast on them. Those are kind of like my go-tos. So it's all on top of here, and then I'm just going to put that right in the oil and also do the other side. My two little hunks of cut up tofu are in here, and I'm just going to put them on the stove.
That's quite a lot.
The point is that you want it to get like golden brown, very lightly golden brown, and then you're going to toss it in the oven on a pan.
That's actually quite a lot of tofu there.
25 minutes.
Oh,
Look at that. So easy to flip when it's like that. Gorgeous. It's that easy. Then they go in the oven.
and then in the oven. Okay, it's quite a process.
Let's make a tea. 4 o'clock, Earl Grey black tea.
Okay, so she's going for Earl Grey black tea at 4 o'clock. She's on to another stimulant, the Earl Grey tea. Earl Grey can actually have as much as like 60 milligrams of caffeine per cup. So heading towards the coffee caffeine level, and matcha, kind of similar. So she's hasn't got caffeine out of her diet. She's gone to another drug. I mean, like, it's the same drug, obviously, but gone to another product marketed. You know, like the caffeine is still entering her system. She's still got this drug in her body. So it's not a huge improvement here. Wow.
Hi.
That's a big one too. That was a big one. So you can see she's still having the drugs.
It's time to make lunch, which means time to hang out with you. My mom would be very proud because she used to make these for me when I was younger, but I'm gonna make some vegan spring rolls.
Okay.
So you need rice paper, I guess, sheets, to make your rolls. Brown rice vermicelli, tofu that I cooked earlier, and then veggies. So I'm gonna do cucumber, peppers, and spinach. And then I'm gonna make my own almond butter sauce. I usually just kind of like go by my eyes, eyeball it, so it's called. I eyeball it a little more than a tablespoon of almond butter.
Wow. Okay, so that is a lot of almond butter. You can see she's still loading up the fat and she's still having all protein, fat. Wow, that is too much. This is just going to sludge up your bloodstream. This is going to really take away from your energy. She needs more fruit, so much more fruit. It's amazing.
More than a tablespoon of almond butter in a glass. The key ingredient is lime. Well, actually, this is a really juicy lime. I might just do half of it.
You just wouldn't get this level, this amount of almonds in nature. You wouldn't be able to replicate that, eat that amount. It causes issues, you know, and the seed doesn't want you to eat it. So you do get issues if you eat too many seeds because they're meant to grow into a plant. You see what I'm saying? So the frugivore isn't meant to eat like an abundance of nuts and seeds. Sure, some, but not like that amount, that concentrated almond amount. How many almonds are in that, right?
Teriyaki sauce to mine. I don't know why I just liquid one day and I did it, and about like a tablespoon of that in there.
I have an alternative for the teriyaki sauce, or like for tamari soy sauce. Take mushrooms, take like those big mushrooms, I guess crimson ones, are they called crimson? I'm not sure, brown crimson mushrooms or something. Blend that with salt water, okay? Blend that up and it tastes great. It is a great tamari alternative and it doesn't hurt your gut microbiome.
A dash of sesame oil and maple syrup. Something I know all about. It says 5 seconds each side on the packaging. Start.
Yeah, I've definitely used these before in my life. These like spring roll covers. Oh, what am I trying to say? These like wraps, spring roll wraps where you soak them and they come alive again. But you can see that there's a lot of processing to get it there. You know, it's not ideal. And I think for the glyphosate risk, it's really not worth it. You're better off having a raw wrap. Hey, that would be great if you could make your own raw wrap. She could, right? She could easily, you know, have someone make it for her, make some raw wraps. It's going to be healthier, that are based on like vegetables, dehydrated and sun-dried tomato. It's really delicious.
Inch.
It's good that there's fresh
Bell
in there.
Pepper,
great to see the fresh. Great to see the fresh.
About half of it, a little bit of a handful. And then I'm going to grab 3 pieces of tofu.
Okay.
Place it on top. Now it's that texture that you are familiar with for a spring roll.
You can see it's quite fried. The tofu was quite fried there. So, you know, it's quite fatty. It's quite fatty, high in protein, and it's not leaving room for you to get those carbs in because you're filling up on the other macros, which are not what you are designed to do. You're meant to have some of them, but the majority from the carbs.
I've definitely wrapped them better before. This is not my best work.
I know you can't have them too fat. You can't make them too fat or that doesn't really work.
No. So I've got my sad one that I didn't do a very good job wrapping. And I've got this big 2 thumbs up for this one. I never said I was an expert at this, but here it is. Oh, almond butter sauce.
So look, yes, it looks yummy and stuff like that, but where is the fructose? Where's the real sweetness? She puts some maple syrup in there because, you know, it's a frugivore wanting something sweet or else it just tastes so boring to us, but there's not enough. She should be going for the fruit now.
Very good. But now it's time for my dinner.
So I was just thinking about the calories. I haven't actually worked it out. Okay. She had that like sandwich thing for breakfast. That was maybe about like, and the orange or something, maybe that was 600 calories possibly. And then she had a lot of fat. So that increases the calories because you get 9 calories per gram of fat. So maybe it's like 1,200 or so. We might be up to.
I don't know what I want to make. I'm going to make tacos. I mean, they're basically burritos, like mini burritos, but I call them tacos. I haven't had them in forever, and they sound really yummy.
Yeah, that's cool. Yep, get it in there. She's done well. She's getting the water in there. But you can see by this point she needed much more fruit, and that's why she went for the stimulants during the day. And because she's having too much fat and protein, she's just... yeah, she needs to really get the juicy sweet fruit in.
Kale.
Does she actually need those glasses? Or is it just a fashion thing? I don't know. We will
in a
finish.
pan to saute.
Well,
Can't believe
okay, so she's got more oil in there, so that adds to her oil intake, her lamp oil intake. Remember, it's meant to fuel the lamps, not the human.
Tortillas are here. I'm going to start with the first one. Please. 2 spoons of that. Squeeze some lime on there. And then
Okay, so hang on. What is... Oh, that's the beans. All right. Yeah, I mean, like, I've had burritos and stuff like that in the past, of course, you know, and you know that, like, it's definitely great that it's plant-based. But the flatbread thing, it's just very, very processed. It's just going to take away from your energy. And I don't want to be like a killjoy or anything like that. I'm here to tell you the truth. I'm here to bring you to the best that you can be and start this fruit-based revolution, right? That's what this planet needs. That's what the humans need. So I'm not going to speak too favorably about this, even though, yeah, I've eaten myself in the past. I admit it. It was not an optimal choice.
cayenne on top of it. Cayenne. It looks kind of sad. I didn't remember it being this empty. I think I forgot an ingredient, but that's okay. My day would not be complete without a kombucha.
Okay, so she's having a kombucha.
This is still
She
one
said
of
it's
my
good for your gut health, but look, if you're doing things that are actually damaging your gut health, like having glyphosates, like with these wraps, having like too much fat, the oil, too much fat, it's going to breed this type of microbiome, which is bile-loving. It's biophilia or something. It's a bile-loving microbiome, like bacteria, which you don't want to multiply in your gut. You want the good stuff, okay? So if you're doing things that are not good for your gut health and you're having coffee as well, stimulants, coffee as in like caffeine as well, the stimulants, it's obviously going to be working against you. And the kombucha is not going to save you. She needs more fruit. Like I've said before, fruit provides hundreds of millions, sometimes hundreds of millions per piece of fruit, of good bacteria. And she's only having like 1 piece of fruit, I think. She had a bit of high-fat fruit. She had a bit of avocado, and then she had citrus. Where's the fruit, Madelaine?
favorite kombuchas. It's the tart cherry from Kavita. It's out of this world. Wait, this combination is so fire.
So fire.
My lunch and my dinner are both just a bunch of vegetables wrapped up in an apparatus. And all right, so I'm actually not in the mood for anything sweet. I thought I would be by now, but I'm not.
She thought she would be by now, but she's not. And I kind of question that because she hasn't had enough sweet. But what's she going for here?
Little tea. Carrier carton. So what do I want? I have chamomile lavender. Okay, I'm gonna do that. The creation of
So she's going for another tea instead of something sweet. I really feel she is trying to avoid sweet because you can see throughout her day there wasn't a lot of sweet, was there? She's scared of fructose, glucose, and this is what she runs on, and she needs to really pack that in. So the chamomile tea. So I believe it is caffeine-free, which thank goodness, because she's going to go to bed. The last thing you want to have is some stimulant like that, right?
Thousand Forests is in 1 category. Oh, let me show you my progress on my water. I'm so close to the end of my water.
Oh, wow. That's great. And I wonder whether this is all about hydration or whether she's trying to kind of fill up on the water, because people do that, right? We know that a lot of young women are doing that. And she had those burrito style, she had that dinner, and I would say that would have been, I reckon she is hitting just under 2,000 calories for the day. So it's not enough for her. It's not enough. She's active. You see, she said she went to the gym, and even the USDA for an active female around her age, she's going to need around 2,400 calories or more, depending on, your weight and everything like that. So that's just a ballpark figure. So anyway, I'm going to leave it there because this video is long enough. I can see what's going on here. She's reaching for the stimulants instead of the fruit. Can you see that? She's reaching for the stimulants instead of the fruit. She's still having drugs. She's still on the caffeine. She's just swapped one that's different, marketed differently. And she's also having a lot of fat, a lot of fat with that almond butter. We wouldn't get that amount in nature as a human frugivore. No. It's just going to cause an interruption in your bloodstream, that sugar transfer. The insulin receptor sites are going to be coated. It's not ideal, okay? So I recommend, Madelaine, watch these videos, get in more fruit, join the fruit revolution. Your life is going to change, your energy is going to change, you're going to feel incredibly vibrant, okay? This is the way to go, not the stimulant route, not the psychoactive stimulants that are also iron inhibitors, right? So anyway, that's my video for today. Don't forget to go fruit yourself.